Thanks so much for your email about what you would delegate and delete. I love both of these. Like they actually make me smile because both of them are super interesting, and I can tell they're important to you. Dealing with one-off client questions is super interesting to me. We've worked really hard here to create a culture where, and this is particularly to protect the team from me, right? So I'll make these requests, and then, like I have a new idea. Let's go do this. And what we've established, and I used to do this with clients too, is, hey, would it be okay if I add that to our agenda for our next meeting? And I was thinking about that as I read your delete thing. Is if it's non-urgent, and I've learned this in so many different ways. I remember at one time I was in charge of helping somebody who was sort of the spiritual leader for a geographic community in our town, and we would occasionally get like really urgent calls that like really needed help. And I noticed one time, like, I didn't get one of them until the next morning. I didn't see it. And when I called back, they said, "Oh no, I figured it out." So it was just, it's really interesting. By the time we get to the agendas, like the team will say to me, "Carl, I'll put that on an agenda for our next meeting." By the time we get to the next meeting, I'm often like, "Oh, never mind. It doesn't even matter." And I think that's also sometimes true with clients. And at the same time, I think clients want, like, sometimes those questions are your moment to deliver the most value. And so knowing the difference and having a system that allows that, which is as simple as from your assistant or whoever's managing your email, or from you, a templated email that says, "I see this specific request, insert request. It looks like we have our next meeting scheduled in 2 months. This looks like something I could just add to the agenda. Are you okay with that? If you're not, and I have that wrong, and it's more urgent than that, let me know, and I'll get you a reply right away." Something along those lines is what came to mind. I'm not even making a suggestion; it's just what came to mind. And absolutely compliance, right? You can find an outsourced compliance officer for sure. And I wonder what, just as an exercise, like, think 90 days from now. So let's just call it November 1st to give you a couple extra days. Pam, what does it feel like if you think 90 days from now, both of these, you've got a system? Maybe you're not able to delete dealing with one-off client questions. Maybe you've just got a system for making sure clients feel heard about those things. And you've been able to delegate completely compliance. November 1st, you wake up and these are both done. Like, I have a question for you. Like, what does that feel like? And I wonder what it feels like actually physically feels like, if both of those are done. Right? And I think if you sit in that feeling and then take the actions that surface, 90 days from now, these will be done.